Page 59, this is the first lesson in Unit 4. They are grouping the different keys together. Some method books do this, others don't. When I was little and learning piano, we didn't group anything. It was a free-for-all, good luck, have fun, and okay. So exactly the rationale for grouping them, sometimes I don't know if it really works out well or not, but they're doing it, so we'll cover it. Now in this group, apparently they're grouping these according to the pattern of the tonic chord. Well, that's a mouthful. So what's it mean? Well, remember a chord, and here we're dealing with triads, a three-note chord. Like in C major, we had this, and here, chords. The tonic is the first step. So it's a chord built on the first step of the scale, the tonic chord. So in C major, it's built on a C. And what they're doing in this pattern is all three notes are white keys here. So if all three notes of the chord are white keys, then we use that 5-finger position. Next one is G major. Well, G major, G would be the tonic of the key. Therefore, you build the chord on, it's the tonic chord. All white keys. And then F major, F would be the tonic. The chord built on that is here. It's all white keys. However, F does not all white. That's not F major. We need a B flat. So in the pentascale, it might change a little bit. The chord is what they're after, I guess. I have noticed in doing a lot of different method books that different method books use different rationale for how they approach this. Other method books will group them also, and they'll group them slightly different things. Or just go with it, okay? Back to the groups. Group 2, the tonic chord here is going to be a white, black, white, the key. The notes, and it's going to be a white key, a black key, and a white key. So in the key of D major has two sharps, an F sharp and a C sharp. And if we do the tonic built on D, that puts an F sharp in the middle. So it's a white key, a black key, and a white key. Okay, then the A major, again, A major has three sharps, an F sharp, a C sharp, and a G sharp. We added the G sharp. But in the tonic built on A, that C sharp is there. Okay, and then finally the E. In E major, it's 4 sharps. So we went from 2, 3, and 4 sharps here. Isn't that nice? But it's F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. Those are the 4 sharps. So I keep doing them in order according to the key signature. They can be in any order in the music. Forget that. It's just in the key signature. That's what they are. But in the one chord, it's here. It's a white, black, white. So that is another group. Now, that group 3, as they call it, this has a black, white, black. We switched it for the tonic chord, or the one chord in the key. The first one they show is D flat major. Well, you know, if it's going to be a black for the tonic note, that it's got to be a flat key or a sharp key. So again, D flat major, it's a D flat, F here, because D flat major has 5 flats. You're using all the black keys. In that case, the question is, which white keys are there? Because there's 7 keys involved. If 5 of them are black, which 2 are white? And the answer is the C, or the F and the C. So it's those. But the tonic, it's a black, white, black. Okie dokie. Then the next one they show is the A flat. Well, that has 4 flats. See, now we're taking flats away. 5 flats, 4 flats, and you can guess what the next one's going to be. But 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. We don't have the G flat anymore. And you simply start on that note, an A flat, black, white, black. Okay. And then the last one, of course, is E flat. E flat has 3 flats, so we want 5, 4, 3 flats. Okay. And 3 flats is a B flat, E flat, and A flat. So tonic, black, white, black. That's the tonic for the E flat. That's group 3 as they call it. And then the 4th group, you always have to have one off-ball thing in music, don't you know? It is, they change. It's like that junk drawer in your kitchen where you can put everything in a place that has a spot except those things that don't have a spot go in the junk drawer. Well, okay, it's sort of what this is, I guess. Near as I can tell, it's what it is. It's the rest of the keys that we haven't covered yet. They're showing B flat. B flat is a black, white, white key. B flat has 2 flats, a B flat and an E flat. So there. And then B natural. B natural has 5 sharps. And the reason we couldn't cover it before is because the tonic chord doesn't fit any of those patterns. This one, all black keys are used. So again, it's the question of which white keys are there. What's the B and the E? In B major, the B and the E are used. The rest are all black keys. So it's here. So it's a white, black, black. And then the G flat major. Oh, I love G flat major. G flat major has 6 flats. All the black keys, plus we're going to flat a white key. Now keep in mind all 7 keys can be flat. I'll get to that in a minute. So G flat major, the only natural note in it is going to be the F. Everything else is flatted. So it has a C flat in it. So, but the one chord, the tonic chord, is all black keys. And the reason I have such fun with this key is because when you're playing all black keys, most of the time, you slide off and you miss notes, you get caught in between them, and all kinds of things happen. It's just a whole lot of fun to play in that key, especially really, really fast. That's just, no, it's not. I'm being facetious. And then finally, we have F sharp major. F sharp major has 6 sharps. Like we just had 6 flats. Now we have 6 sharps, and you'll notice it's the same note on the keyboard. So G flat major has 6 flats. F sharp major has 6 sharps. See, they overlap. If you use my scale videos and you go through the circle of fifths, and so I explain what's going on here. But just remember using all the black keys, because we got 6 sharps, and then we're going to sharp 1 white key. Question is, which white key is sharped? And the answer is E is sharped. So the only natural note we have in this scale is a B. So we're here. See, it's the same pentascale we just did, and the same chord. So G flat major and F sharp major use the same notes on the piano. Technically, they're not exactly the same as far as harmonic. I mean, if you had an instrument like a violin where you could actually finger these, it might be a little different. But on piano, it's a well-tempered tuning. It's the same. And those are the ones that they're using. Now, just to finish this off, because you can have up to 7 flats and 7 sharps in a key signature. They only went to 6. So what's the 7th? Well, those are around C, the note C. C major has no sharps or flats. C sharp major has 7 sharps. Everything is sharped. Here, I can't play it. There we go. An E sharp and a C sharp, everything is sharp. It's also, in music, it's the same as a D flat major as far as the notes on the keyboard goes. And most of the time in music, you won't see 7 sharps. You'll see 5 flats, because it's usually easier to read in 5 flats than 7 sharps. If you just know the scales, it doesn't matter. They're all about the same. So C sharp is 7 sharps, and C flat major has 7 flats. Everything is flatted. So it's here. So you have an F flat and a C flat, 7 flats. Well, that's the same as B major, which has 5 sharps. See the pattern? 7 sharps, same notes as 5 flats. 7 to 5. 7 flats, same as 5 sharps. They overlap. Yeah, just so you know, they're all there. Let me know if you have questions. That's sort of what they're doing. I have found no use for these at all. I prefer you just learn the scales. And if you do the arpeggios I cover in my videos are all tonic chords, the triads. If you just know those, you just learn which black keys to use. You think in that key, and you just play those keys. Worked great until they start doing accidentals. On page 60, they do some more with it. They got the chords and the pentascales, which I've already demonstrated all of them. You start wherever you're going to start. In the music, they're doing down here. G, D, A, E. And why are they doing this? What's going on? Well, I briefly mentioned, if you were listening, circle of fifths. Circle of fifths. Fifths referring to the interval of a fifth. Remember, a fifth is like here. It's here. It's top and bottom of the triad. And that's how I approach the scales and arpeggios, how I did it in college. I just go around the circle of fifths and you'll get all the keys. So we went with C major, no sharps or flats. Then we do G major, 1 sharp. You see what they're doing in the music, same thing, 1 sharp. Then a D major, let's go down here. They did C major here, and then G major here. And then a 5th up was D major. Now it's 2 sharps. Now the 5th up from that is here. That's A major. That's 3 sharps. We're adding a sharp. E major is 4 sharps. B major is 5 sharps. Get the idea? And if you keep going, F sharp major, 6 sharps. And if I finish it, 7 sharps, that would be here. C sharp major. They don't do the 7 sharps, but the point is that's it. Then to keep going around the circle, we go up to, well, you add all the sharps and then you turn them into flats and you subtract flats. So we're adding sharps and subtracting flats, and it just makes a circle. Because in the middle of it, the sharps and flats, they overlap. So as I went up there at the end there, I got into flats when I got into B major. Because that's 7 flats or 5 sharps. And then I go here, this is 6 sharps or 6 flats. And then I do that, that's 7 sharps or 5 flats. See, I'm adding a sharp but taking away a flat at the same time. And then once I hit 7 sharps, I'm done. Now I'm just going to keep reducing the flats. I have 5 flats, now I'm going to go to 4 flats. All right, they're starting with 7 flats, that's C flat major here. And then up here, then it's 6 flats, excuse me. And then a 5th, that'd be 5 flats. And then here, a 5th, that would be 4 flats. And then here, that would be 3 flats, E flat. And then there, that would be B flat. And then here, that would be F major, one flat. And then here, we're back to C major. So it went all the way around, circle of fifths. It is just one way of approaching the different keys. Some people do it that way. It's how I did it in college. I like it. I'm used to it. That's how I do it now. But generally with beginners, we don't introduce all these sharps and flats. So they usually say, okay, C major is no sharps. Now let's go to G major. It's got 1 sharp. Now let's go to F major. It's got 1 flat. And they're gradually adding a sharp and flat each time. So they're not doing the circle of fifths. They're climbing both sides of the circle at the same time. I'll meet you at the top. Okay. It's just a different approach of handling it. It's entirely up to you on what you can organize in your own head as to what helps you remember this stuff. And then the pentascales, it's just, I can't help you there. Just, it's there, and if you know how many sharps or flats in it, you just play those. I still think it's easier just to learn the scales, and that way you'll just know which keys to play.